I know what you might think in this situation, which is just the idea that, like, 22 Londoners, who's the big deal, right? Look how big my population's getting, why not just let them leave? But it's, you know, it's saving 22 lives, ultimately, because they're gonna die. Like, all evidence points towards there isn't a society or a world for them to flee to, and they are going to die. The temperature really just keeps dropping. Oh god, it's gonna drop 2 more levels? I feel like it's lower than it used to be already, isn't it? You probably have to outpace it, like, overall, huh? Alright, so people are still hungry somehow. I'm not really... At some point, I just don't care what their problem is anymore. Like, how they're managing to mess that up. But they're messing it up somehow. Things are still net gains, everyone's employed. Only 10 people are sick, which I think is just how being around here works. Gotta keep those livable. I'm worried that that's gonna drop their temperature and be a problem for them. And then, like, what happens... I might turn this into overdrive the moment that gets there. Just because I'm worried that it's going to be a problem. Because I don't know if you instantly fail when it drops, or if it's just like, oh, you better get it back up really quick, or it's gonna start failing. Ooh, time limit. Like, I don't know how that works. We still have like half a day, and I'm waiting to the last second to turn that on. Things are going pretty good. They're freaking comfortable. Unfortunately, they're gonna lose 2 levels. That's a problem. Guess I should just fast forward. Like, everyone's good. There we go. Research happened. The overdrive couplings are ready, so now the heat will be raised even more when it's in overdrive. Yeah. We could improve heaters, but that's not really to the current goal necessarily. I think it's time to just commit to the next tier. Pretty ready for it, I think. I was like, I'm gonna save up and we're gonna do this, and then before long it's like, fucking, I'm just horrifyingly over capacity. Storage near capacity. I have to make another resource depot just for coal. That's probably not unusual, honestly. I can do the research that makes them store more, but even then I probably just want a bunch of resource depots for coal, because my society is driven entirely by its coal stores. I think that's mostly the way to go. Might even build 2 just to commit. Where's the best places to put these things? Let's see, this gives me food speed. Yeah, food space. I'm actually maxed out on food too right now. I wish I hadn't put it there because it's slightly off axis or whatever, but it's fine. Oh yeah, those trees are still in range. I wish I could tell them to prioritize those trees first, just to get them out of the way, then we can move on to this direction. This guy's keeping busy too. That's the... Is this the one that's an automaton? Yeah. He's keeping busy because I think he works all night too. Right, that's why they're 60% efficiency. They're 60% efficiency because they work all through the night, I believe, whereas everyone else only works during work hours, and I still haven't forced people into having longer hours because we've been getting away without it, and I think it's helping my meters considerably. And we're getting away with it so far, so I'm kind of going that way. But maybe we'll pay the consequences at some point. Anyway, resource depots. I can afford, like, 3 of them. Maybe just 2 for now. So he won't fit there. They even preemptively put a spot there just to show it won't fit. There aren't really a lot of particularly ideal spots. You kind of just place it somewhere, right? The city planning stuff's a little beyond me at times, where I'm just like, I don't really know how to plan my day or what to give where. Let's get those things built. Go, go, go. Oh yeah. It's time off. You're coal, and you're more coal. Could be more food, but I'm not super worried about hitting capacity on food quite at the moment. I'll just make I might make another one. But I just want coal to not be shutting down, because if coal shuts down and I'm underutilizing coal, then we're in trouble. This game benefits from the orange... Oh. This game benefits from the orange versus blue contrast on the screen looking cool. Everyone walking around in the snow. Alright, so they've returned safely to the city. We have 100 more rations. So many rations. A steam core, 20 more workers. Does the food rations get thrown away in that situation? Because I think we were over capacity. That bums me out, kind of. Let's see. Where is it? This is not very well planned, so I'm bad at keeping track of how many of them there are. Alright. There's 11 children not in shelters, so I need to build my next child shelter, or we're gonna be in trubs. We're going to be in trubs. Good job. Can't build there. Not... Oh, is there still coal there to pick up? The coal is in the way of my city. Hey newbies, maximum coal engage. Clear out that coal that was still in the way. Is that like the only deposit left besides fallen trees? Oh, there's one up there too. There's fallen trees here and there, but the fallen trees I think you can just build over. That's not the biggest concern. Generally speaking, you want to put the children somewhere warm. They're gonna be there all day, and that's a problem. I guess right there's the way to go, because everything else is blocked. It'll destroy some resources in the form of the trees, but I can build the wall drill thing, so I'm not super concerned about the trees right now. What's that one? Cookhouse is close to time of day, but also the resources for it are maxed out. The cookhouses can't work right now. An entire secondary cookhouse might not be entirely necessary. We'll see. For the moment, at least, it's, I don't have much to do with those guys, so let's send them off to gather more coal. I want to clear those out, if I can. Did I forget? Did I not build the city? The street? There we go. That'll be coming soon. The scouts have reached the coal mine. The coal mine is automated, its engine is pressurized, but the mining has stopped. The snow around it is untrodden, and an eerie silence hangs in the air. The coal mine was in operation until very recently. The machinery isn't running now, but there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. Perhaps the mine simply extracted its quota or filled the loading bay. We could retrieve plenty of raw materials if we took the machinery apart. The choice is, do you want this to be a coal outpost, or do you want these materials? So if you do this, if you only take the stored coal, only resources found on site will be taken. We'll be able to restart the mine later. So it becomes another source of even more coal, which is probably a good idea. Or this. Get 2 steam cores and a lot of materials at the cost of unsustainability. I'm all about the sustainability, bro. Let's make this work. Also, these guys are home already. Should go to the fishing village in the awkward part of the map. So I need to start making these things so I can actually do those. The shrouded cave. Coal's not a big priority, so I'm not going to send them back yet. Let's send you to the fishing village to check that out. You can go to... small grove of several dozen trees. Or the cave. Right, there's people there. Let's check that out. So both of the scouts are ongoing. I let those scouts sit around for a while because I forgot to send them away after I was assigning people work and everything, and I forgot to deal with the whole, like, the scouts that brought them in the first place situation. Wait, am I putting a tent down? Ah, spooky. There we go. Gonna keep the houses going. We're already overpopulation again for them. I'm just gonna build a few more again. I built the new child center, right? Yeah, it's coming in over there. We're doing well on coal, so I might make another heat thing out here. So I can then expand a bunch of houses in that direction. Well, if I'm gonna do that, then this is a mistake. I should base that on the heat thing's location. Nah, did it again. Let's see, I guess I should expand outward with the bunkhouses first. Because the heat thing can be built on the street, right? So I don't have to leave a space for it, we now know. Something a bit like that. Maybe not that one. There would have to be city streets connecting them. Like that. Now they're all city streets. And then health, food, people, resources, tech. It's tech. Steam hub, 20 steel. That's fine. I can cancel one of these. Yeah, when you haven't been building it, you get all your resources back. I went from 15 back up to 25, and those things cost 10. I think that's the way to go. Wait, no, because there's a steam hub right there. I want to kind of center it here. So the child thing's not covered right now. No, let's go here. That's the way to go, I think. Alright, that's all my resources for now. Back to fast forward land until something comes up. I'm watching my coal go down. I'm not psyched about that. What happened? Oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. That's just what happens. Zoom. I wonder if our captain really has a plan. I'm making all of our houses.
It's getting colder.
Fuck. Fuck, I lost track of the temperature dropping and didn't do the overheat thing. God damn it. I wish I could just... I wish I could have, like, queued up the action to happen at a specific time. I was all prepped to do it. I had a plan. They're like, I wonder if he really has a plan. I did have a plan. It was slightly cold for, like, fucking 2 hours or something. Give me a break. I have to manage this whole place single-handedly. There ain't people here. It's very cold out there because the heat thing's not built yet. Well, that's a bummer. That's a bummer that happened. Now the Londoners are gonna win out for a bit. Damn it! Oh shit! Is it getting even lower?
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
Is the temperature gonna drop even more? The overdrive meter doesn't even show up at first. Oh, those two are very cold. No residents. We'll get rid of those ones for now. They're just not a good addition when I'm dealing with the other stuff over there. They don't fit into the circles. And the increased cold. Negative 76. God damn, nature screwed me today. Nature completely and utterly screwed me. What's that one? The workshop? The workshop is very cold. Heater is off. Well, let's fix that at the very least. Now it's just cold. It's not looking great. This is like the maximum power of the generator too. I need to research upgrades for the generator now that I've got all this coal, basically. It's like the best I can do. The sawmill. That heater's on. It's just dead. What's that one? Holy crap, everything's shutting down. That heater's on. That heater's on. It's like half of my places of business are now so cold they can't even function, including the coal mines. Are they still working? So it's all the way down to very cold despite the heater being on. God damn. Okay. I'm paused for the moment. I need to think about this one for a bit. I can build more steam hubs, but they just burn through my coal. I can afford it now, but I feel like it's going to become a problem over time. They're about to overtake my generator. But at the moment, like my entire parts of my facility are just shutting down. So I'm just going to have to accept it for the moment, I think. We need the coal to be running. The good news is, with these turned on, I might be able to turn off... I might be able to turn off my heaters, at the very least. That could be a start. I can't have... It's freezing there, god damn. Mechanical calculators researched. Hooray. There's these two upgrades, increasing the range and power of my generator, but also, as a result, doubling its cost. But I might have to. Then just go for any efficiency upgrades I can go for, probably. I wanted to increase my hunting tactics. Oh, less people working at medical locations. That's like half of them gone. Isn't an infirmary only 10 people? I definitely want these upgrades that free people up by removing them from hunting and Medicare, both because it means that those buildings become more efficient, which means I can either assign those people to different jobs, or I can just straight up tell them to do the same job but more. Comfortable houses goes up by another 5 iron, 5 wood, I think. Still only 10 people. I wonder if house redesign might let them store more people or something. 10 people is a lot of people for house, though. This just specifically makes only the cookhouse more insulated. I do wonder, though, I saw stuff like that before, didn't I? Not here. They only have gathering post insulation. Yeah, the faster gathering is kind of pointless now that people aren't even gathering, so this entire tree is probably not even worth going down for a while here. Coal mining rationalization. The steam coal mine. Oh, wow. 2 cores per steam coal mine. That's, it's expensive. We're gonna need a lot more cores that I can't get via anything besides just sending people out to find them. Even the wall drill requires one, right? Yeah. That'll be interesting. That'll, this gives me 280, or 240, this gives me 600. God damn. That would help with coal. Alright, I guess that's my solution for when I am ready for more heating. I think I need to go for improved heaters. That's the location-specific heating that stops places from completely shutting down, so I think that's the next logical thing to go for right now. What? That was weird. I double-clicked, I guess. It finally happened. Damn it. The dangers of the cold, losing a limb. One of our people has had to undergo an amputation. Working in the freezing cold left him with such severe frostbite that there was no other choice. Shit. Consider signing the care house or prosthetic law. I already have the care house law. We must do something. Do I just instantly win? Oh. Well, he needs prosthetics. It's available at the I need a factory for that. Well, I'll sign it just to make people happier.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Damn it. It finally happened. Apparently I must have lapsed with my book of laws. I didn't notice that it had filled. Shit. So I probably wasted time there too. The Book of Laws, that, and anyone arriving, or either here or their destinations and stuff like that, any of those happening, I want like a full freeze the game, here's a full screen thing that's telling you it's happening right now moment. Just because it's so important usually, and sometimes I can miss it. There we go, that's building up. So they have steam there, they're gonna have steam there soon. Someone became gravely ill from frostbite. I'm trying to fix it, it became like incomprehensibly hot all of a sudden. Like, I think that's not an inaccurate way of describing it. Incomprehensibly hot. It became absurdly hot. So this place isn't full of workers. We're short by 2. Let's pull back on that coal mine. Send you guys here. I wonder if they got frostbite. Was he in that group? Because they are working with no heaters, just going on foot. I'm just trying to clear it out because it's in the way of my building and stuff like that. But that might have got them in trouble. There's so much to manage. 108%. Oh yeah. Yeah, you guys are supposed to be, yeah, 106%. And these guys are over 100. Yeah, I'm keeping them good. Okay, they're both livable now. That one's even comfortable. So large chunks of the city are doing alright. This stuff became way more vital all of a sudden when things got absurd. Very cold at the House of Healing. They're gonna need their heater turned on. The cookhouse is literally freezing. Oh, that's because no one's working there. Because it doesn't need to be stocked right now, which means the heater's turned off. These guys don't even have heaters. I don't know what the Hunter's Hut does besides give you a place where you can tell people to work there. I don't think people actually work there at any specific time where they do stuff. That sawmill's freezing, but that's because the heater doesn't turn on because it's run by an automaton. So a lot of the places are okay. The resource depot, the hothouse is freezing. That means it's inoperative. We're not getting food out of it. Okay, I'm gonna have to build a heater for these 3 buildings right here then, aren't I? How's our economy on coal doing? Oh, it's getting close now. It's gonna be time to ramp up soon to keep up with the problems. I want all 3 of you in this. The hothouse and both of the tech locations. And I'm gonna probably turn off their heaters as a result. But first we build the street. That'll hit all of them. There we go. Just gotta keep this all going. Man, we burned through coal in both directions a lot. I think I took a major hit on coal for a while there because they weren't producing probably, but now they're probably significantly better off. And people aren't all frostbitten to death. 11 are freezing. Which ones? Okay, improved heaters are researched. That's a little scary. Let's see what it did to our system. We are now losing about 100 coal per day. Comfortable, prevents getting ill. So they're doing great right now. That's because of their heater being excessively hot. Whereas they're already good anyway. We're gonna be turning off a lot of heaters, I think. The hothouse became comfortable like instantly. Yeah, we're gonna stick with livable. That's the actual heat source. Let's not do that. Let's see. Yeah, your heater didn't need to be on. You're livable. Child shelter. Oh, it was already off. Whoops. Yeah, the idea is if I'm making these heat sources, then a lot of the heaters are not as necessary anymore. Which, because that's like double dipping on the cost. I'd like to pull back on that. I don't want to be in the red. Being in the red kills all of us. And there's plenty of people out like here that are stuck in the open that will need the heaters turned on for them. Because they don't have as good of locations to live in, like that guy. So the people working in the cold right now are the workshop, and these two steelworks are both in chilly conditions, which isn't the worst, but it's over there. Okay. Now how's that? Now we're in a net gain, so we're doing a bit better now. I'm happy with that. We need to pick new research. Heater efficiency. Don't... Heaters consume 1 coal per hour while running. This made them 2 coal per hour. This makes them -1. So they go back to the old rate. That's pretty good. If all efficiency upgrades are pretty necessary. I do not want to be in the negative. No one wants to be in the negative in this situation. In more ways than one. At this point I'm conditioned by the cold to read this as freeze time instead of free time. That's not the most encouraging thing. Which one's too cold? The child shelter. Is that the one I just turned down? No, there's the House of Healing I turned down, I think. I might just need to build a new child shelter elsewhere, like over here, and take that one down. Because it's not safe for the people in it. That may be the way to go. All these children are hard to keep alive. Not adjacent to street. How? Is being picky now. There. It's adjacent to a street, I guess. Apparently. How many people are not in... Children 0 to 15. Right. Because it's not proper nighttime yet, I think. Just gonna take that one down. It's not working out overall. Alright, but you're... Oh boy. We're not at the risen temperature thing yet. Click on both of them. I need to keep up with our crap. 14 out of 15. The word of our spiritual leaders... What's the 14 out of 15? That's not related to the thing at all. Oh, it's the coal pile. I guess I have more people that can work there. Just gathering more. Is it because something else is closed? The public house is inoperative. The heater is off. The heater is on. There we go. Now it's operative. And 5 people work there. Is a job closed somewhere? There's the cookhouse, but it's not necessary right now. I might even close it down. I might make the... Oh right, I can't make it because I haven't researched it yet. The wall I was thinking of the wall drill. We might start working on that for wood. What job do I need overall right now? So we're currently researching efficiency. I could just make yet another sawmill and just go into hardcore gathering mode over here until all of it's gone. That would give some extra people stuff to do. But steel is the big thing that we're low on. But there isn't another steel location, right? That's coal. We have 2 major coal spots and we have a steel spot. The steel's not going anywhere. We just need to upgrade these, so they're not going to be, we're not going to have more workers on that. I could make another team to go out on expeditions, probably. Nope, current limit's 2. Right, I had to do research just to get that. So I can't send more people out. I don't want them idling. There's got to be something I can do. I'll probably just make another sawmill. There we go. Get that shit built. Keeping an eye on that red meter out of horrible fear, mostly. Alright. You get full up. There we go. Now everyone works there. Neato. It's also freezing. Boom. Heat's on. May have not actually fixed the problem. How's that temperature looking? Literally, straight up freezing. Very high risk of getting ill. Small risk of requiring an amputation. The heat just does not carry over to here. Literally the next door one is that hot. It's closed for now, so I don't have to worry about... Let's see. The heater is off right now. Man, that heat zone's a real limiter. No, I think building it here was a mistake. I'm dismantling it. I'm not, you can probably tell I'm not overly concerned about how this affects my prices and whatnot. So does that make it part of the heat zone? I'm not overly concerned about losing out on resources sometimes for building, just because the refund is actually really forgiving. What happened? Discontent rising. Londoners gained 1. Food theft. The Londoners steal supplies. These guys are pricks. Someone has stolen 83 rations from the stockpiles. People are saying it was Londoners gathering supplies for their journey. Seems ridiculous idea of leaving for London. It seems this ridiculous idea of leaving for London is gaining traction. I don't have faith keepers to catch them, so I have to let it be. So discontent's going to rise. Great. It's gonna go great. We've worked so hard to get where we are, and these bastards just take it from under us. How can they take our supplies like that? Our survival is at stake. Yeah, they are being pricks. They really are. I may need to sign in the keepers thing just to deal with that shit, which is pending this. Sorry, that one guy had an amputation and I made the mistake of giving into that whole concern when I probably shouldn't have. Londoners gain more. Fucking fuck, 27 of them. A lot of Londoners. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Scouts have reached the children's hideout. Also that. Whew. Whew, 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 whew. I don't like that mechanic. The cave is a hideout for some children who were evacuated from Winterhome. There are no adult survivors here. We should talk to the kids and take them to safety. How are no adults keeping them safe? How in the world? How are they managing to survive? Where are they getting all the food from? Do they just have some?
Leave the children to their fates. Not knowing the way to our city, the children will die trying to find it.
We talked to the children in the hideout. They said that one night their teachers and some hunters took them out from Winterhome on a secret adventure. Teachers told them they're going to stay here for a while. When the food ran low, the guardians went back to get more and didn't return. It seems these kids were evacuated in time before things in their city got really ugly. That's not how I interpreted it at first. For a second there I was like, are they were you abandoned to die in the wilderness? Did they just kick out 35 children to die? Or did they or this is the actual case, is that they were kind of kept separately as like an evacuation, but like what's the long-term plan there? This sucks. Alright, escort them back. We formed the children into an orderly column and set off towards the city. They walked quietly and resolutely, like little adults, the youngest clutching their toys tightly. This is going to be a long journey. Please have enough warm beds prepared for their arrival. Fuck. Yep. Just being consistent with what my code has been so far and this my behavior, but god damn, I'm doubling the number of children? That's a lot of children. That's a lot of children. 35 more children. Alright. It's gonna be interesting finding... I'm gonna have to make places for them all to live in. I'm also running out of time to deal with the Londoners situation. I think I need to put more shrines down just across the board. Oh yeah, it doesn't even affect hunters' huts. I think hunters' huts just don't get affected by things half the time. Are there even any more that need to be affected? No, my shrines are kind of everywhere. Those are like the ones, those are like the spots I was missing them. I'm dismantling that one, that doesn't matter. I probably don't have every... I probably don't have enough people next to houses of worship anymore. I'm sure I've fallen behind on that. The other one's right there. So over here would help. I need to increase hope. I'm so behind nowadays. I'm doing everything I can to increase. No one's fighting at the arena. Oh, yeah, just no one's fighting right now, right? I don't have a ton of distractions I can give people. And yeah, the arena just lowers discontent, and there's no discontent to lower. I'm doing fine there. I just need to increase hope, which is harder. And people are not healing the way you'd hope they would. Oh, what's this? Too cold to work in. Alright. Well, we need that working. And the hothouse? Damn it. Are those the only two? This one's not currently operative because there's no one in it. That's fine. But I might want to stock it, actually. But the temperature's pretty bad. The ones around the generator are getting cold now. Shit. Yeah, let's ignore the cookhouse for a moment. I'm going to finish upgrading these. Their insulation is finally giving out.
Get to work. Move, people.
I've let them be tense for too long, and now the game is getting so cold, and it's continue ramping up of fuck you-itude, that just the neighborhood around the giant fire in the middle of town is cold. Boy. Oh boy. Scouts have reached the fishing village. A hot spring keeps a tiny patch of sea from freezing here. The Americans use this opportunity to set up a fishing village. It's deserted now. Aw. No place for the weak. This fishing village used to supply Tesla City with food. Searching it, we found a letter. Mike, don't return to the city. Tesla is a madman. He cast out all the amputees. All the sick. Jerry's parents and old Beth are among them. There will be blood, that's for sure. And soon. The village was left in order. We could send a team here to start fishing. Sites discovered, test the city. So you can dismantle it for 2 steam, or I could set it up as an outpost so I could get... you get the steam no matter what. You could dismantle it for a bunch of wood, or you could leave it here for food long term. That seems like the way to go. Wood's not the biggest concern to me lately. Let's leave it intact. I'm curious, because I don't know the background of this game that well. Like, is this in an era where the real, like Nikola Tesla, is he like a person who's alive right now and had a city in this situation?